This right here is the Honor Pad 9. Now this is actually a step up from the excellent Honor Pad X8A, which we reviewed and had tons of view on and tons of interest. Now it's an excellent tablet, even though that is actually newer and this is older. This is still this step up because you get a 12.1 inch, 2.5K, 120 Hertz panel, and it's stunning, and we'll show you in a second a bit more about that. An 8300 milliamp hour battery with 35 watts of charging, which again is sick. You also get pen support. You even get 4K video on the rear, and that's the key difference here. This is that next level up from the X8A. But of course, the first thing you notice when you whack open this tablet, and pretty much any tablet, is a display. And this 12.1 inch display, 2.5K, 120 Hertz, is very nice. So that display, 12.1 inch, 2.5K, 120 Hertz. But before we do anything else, we want to touch on something pretty unique, and that is that this tablet itself has eight speakers. And you're wondering how? Well, there's 2 here, 2 there, which makes 4, but then there's 4 additional speakers at the bottom here that equivalently make the 8 total speakers. So you get a super immersive experience when it comes to watching content on this 12.1 inch display. But how does that display perform? Well, let's talk about that. This isn't an OLED panel, nor is this an AMOLED panel. This is an LCD, an IPS LCD panel, but still you get pretty good colors when it comes to the blacks. And then the colors themselves are very rich in detail as well. So if you're watching a lot of content, things like Netflix, YouTube, any video trailers, anything like that, or even if it's just stuff that you've produced and you want to edit and sort of make your own, the screen is super vibrant. It's also really nice on the eyes as well, because it does have a pretty good reading mode as well on here. If you're reading late at night, you got a book or something to just wind down during the later part of the day, then this again works very well. It doesn't have the same color pop and reproduction as you would get on an AMOLED or an OLED panel, but we do have to factor in, and we'll note price right away, £250/$. And the reason we're saying that now is because the deal that we got when we bought this Honor Pad 9 was the Honor Pad 9 with the 8256 configuration, the keyboard case you get here, and the pen. Yes, this $250 tablet does actually have full independent pen support, and the keyboard itself also is Bluetooth. So these 3 combined make a pretty interesting package, which we'll actually get to right now in a number of scenarios. So let's talk performance, and first of all we'll touch on OS right off the bat. So according to what we've seen online and read online, this is the biggest downside with the Honor Pad 9, we'll get it out of the way right away, is this will only get a single year of software support. And I think that is linked to the fact that it's a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 as the processor that lives inside this 12.1 inch tablet. But in real world terms, what does that actually mean? Well, the performance is very middling at best in terms of its benchmark. So what you see on screen here is just an indication as to how it performs as a whole. But in the real world terms, let's talk OS performance. It runs very well. It's currently running Android 13. It will be then upgradable to Android 14 as well. And that will be your final OS version that you will get. Of course, if things don't change, if they do change, then obviously you get more. But generally speaking, it has all the typical features you'd expect of a large scale tablet. And that is a nice vibrant display, super easy to navigate and get around. And this is not a dedicated tablet OS like you would get on the iPad OS. We're going to keep mentioning this because Samsung DeX does exist, so that does make it sort of like a tablet sort of OS. But generally speaking, performance is pretty good. So if you're browsing the web, scrolling articles, just looking online, you get really good performance. It runs very well, very smoothly. Some judders every now and then when it comes to scrolling on the 120 Hz panel as this tries to refresh, because this is not an LTPO panel, but overall pretty good. So you're going to get all the other great features as well, like multi-window as well. So being able to have 2 windows at the same time, third one floating in the middle, you can do that as well. Or if you wanted just the 2 windows side by side. So all those great features do exist. And as we said, the downside of this is a single year of software support. Moving on from that, let's talk about gaming. Running Call of Duty on here runs very well. And actually, if you have it running without earphones or anything on, you actually get to use a lot of that really, really good deep sound that's coming from those 8 speakers. They are, at the higher level, a bit more tinny, but generally speaking, the performance in terms of gaming and running it is excellent. So you get really good frame rates, really good colors, really good balance. Again, what I would say, preface this Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, bit of an older device, older CPU I should say, or device, older CPU, so the performance is good, not great. So if you're going to really push this to games like Genshin Impact or Call of Duty Warzone or Ark Assault, I believe is another one that's really pushing games, then maybe they would probably falter a little on this particular device. But if it's things like general Call of Duty or your odd other game, wherever it may be, then they will run really, really well. And moving on from that, we wanted to talk about a couple of other things not related to the keyboard and of course the pen that comes with the Honor Pad 9. So here you have it, Honor Pad 9, dedicated keyboard case and pen fully set up. And then this is not currently connected, I've disconnected, but the keys are quite tactile. You do get a decent amount of travel on them as well. Ooh, that space bar's OG sounding. But yeah, it is a normal size keyboard. Essentially, you don't get the additional rows on the side, and it is Bluetooth connected. So on the side here, you will actually have a switch that allows you to switch it on and off. It isn't just going to work as a sort of like a pogo connecting pin style keyboard. So this is actually pretty nice. In terms of using this and typing on this, I'm not a great typer, but it is confined because it is quite a small keyboard. It's quite narrow top down landscape wise. It's not the biggest in depth, but once you get used to it, it does work reasonably well and can be a pretty good tool, especially at that price point around about £250/dollars, to have something like this as a sort of a hybrid between those who don't want a laptop but kind of want to mimic the benefits of a laptop. If we then talk pencil, well, that actually works really, really well, especially when it comes to things like drawing. So if you're looking to annotate or you're looking to draw or quickly take some notes, then this is an excellent tool to use with it on a Pad 9, because it may not have the level of features that the Apple Pencil or the S Pen, for example, does in terms of hovering and gesture control, etc. It still actually performs very, very well and is quite useful just to sort of quickly pull out, do some quick drawings if you wanted to. I mean, we're not great drawers again. I don't know what we're great at, but we're definitely not good at drawing. But as a whole, this entire package at $250 is incredibly, incredibly good value for money. But overall though, the Honor Pad 9, what are our final thoughts? To wrap things up, the Honor Pad 9, we've already mentioned the biggest downside that we found, and that is simply put the lack of long-term OS support, which is a shame. This has actually been updated, so we've got Android 14 on here at the moment, and the last update is July 2024, I believe it says on here. So this has just been updated, and I believe there's nothing else coming up beyond security updates, which to each their own. If you value it as it is, then this is a really, really great buy, but the lack of long-term software support could potentially be a barrier, especially when you factor in something like the X8A, which is also by Honor, will get longer support, so will the Samsung Tab A9s. The only other downside I would find, there is no IP rating on the Honor Pad 9. And that's really it. Beyond that, I think if you're in the market for a tablet that's pretty large displayed, offers you decent gaming performance, good overall content consumption performance, and really good battery life and really good charging speeds as well, then the Honor Pad 9 could be a really, really good option. It may be a bit older, it may be running an older OS by the time you were to buy it, with Android 15 being available, but at that price point, and especially with this package, with a pen and a keyboard, it's an incredibly good value for money proposition for pretty much anyone and everyone who doesn't need a high performing tablet. And that's our review of the Honor Pad 9. But let us know in the section if you would buy this, or would you buy an Honor Pad X8A because you want the extra things. Let us know in the comment section, we always reply. Thanks for watching, till the next one, we out.